Hi gamers, this is Lark with Games and Gaming Miniatures, and today we're going to play the second edition of Picket Duty.
This is a solitaire game designed by Steve Dixon and published by Legion Wargames. To be clear, we'll be playing by the second edition of Picket Duty, which has some updated rules and charts that are a little bit different than the original first edition. I will be helping Lark in the role of the GM and chart flipper and running the Japanese, while she fights the destroyer in its epic battle for survival against the kamikazes.
Hey!
We're going to be doing a series of missions. We're going to play the mini campaign game. To win the game, the destroyer must survive 5 fighting days on station. If it gets sunk or is damaged to the point that it must leave the station and cannot return after repair, then the Japanese will win. Otherwise, if the ship's still afloat at the end of 5 fighting days, Lark will win. So the first thing that we need to do is, Lark, you need to draw chits for each of your officers, starting with the captain and going down. Lay it on the table there, if you will. Okay, so your captain is a 0.
I'll write it down when I'm done.
Your executive officer is a +1. Hey, so your engineering officer is a +2.
I would much rather that had been the gunnery. Uh-oh, who's that? The gunnery.
Gunnery.
He heard me.
That is awesome, having a +2 gunnery officer.
Okay, damage control, anything but a -1 or 2.
How did you do that?
How did I do that?
Are you looking in the cup when you draw?
No, I am not. How did I do that?
That's just about all the +2s that are in there.
I think I need to go to
the viewers, the chit range is from -2 to +2.
Oh, they're stuck together.
And the most common chit in the cup is a 0. There are very few +2s, although she's managed to draw 3 of them. And she's tallying up to make sure that she has got all of her officers.
And I'm not looking, see? I think I need to go get a lottery ticket.
It's a lot better than last time you played.
Look at that. I need a lottery ticket. Is that all of them, I think?
Hint, in this game, if you draw -2 for your damage control officer or your gunnery officer, you might as well just give up.
Hey, I survived.
It's going to be a pretty hard game.
It was.
The gunnery officer, the reason we keep joking about having him with a +2 is every time she shoots at an airplane, you want to roll high on 2 dice. The modifier of the gunnery officer gets added to the roll. So that's like having a +2 on every single die roll that she makes when she's shooting until the gunnery officer dies.
Hey!
And she has to pull another chit for the replacement.
Kill my officers off before they get to do anything.
Okay. You've got all your values wrote down.
Yep, and
correct?
we're on the Bryant today. The whole number is DD665.
Yes.
And the date is March 24th.
All right. On the first turn, the weather is always clear. There are 3 turns to each day. There is morning, midday, and night. Sometimes the kamikazes don't come as frequently at night. Sometimes they do. The weather, as we say, weather is clear. We are fixing to do some other checks. The first thing that we need to do is roll 2d6 to determine what station you're on.
8.
Oh, actually, you only need to roll 1 die because this is March 24th.
Okay, so can I pick the better of the 2?
1 die.
Feel cheated. Well, I rolled a 5.
Okay, 4 through 6, you're at station 9.
Nope, I'm on 5. 4 through 6, station 9, excuse me, you're right. And I rolled a 5.
Okay, if you will, take the station marker and place it over station 5, which should be about 5 o'clock from where it is right now.
I'm looking for the station marker.
It's the assignment station. I apologize, we're kind of zoomed out, and if it looks like I'm reaching all the way across, it's because this is a very large map. If you had like one of the Lindbergh Blue Devil destroyer kits that could be radio controlled, it's about the same size top-down view as one of those kits. Okay, so now we've got some other checks. Some of the checks will be at the start of every scenario, and some will carry over as long as you're on station. The next check is going to be 2d6.
Give me another d6, please.
And this is to see if you have a fighter detection team assigned to your ship.
Is that air fire support?
That is basically the team, FDT, that will tell you it's a coordinator. Think about a liaison officer on your ship to coordinate with the flyboys.
Ooh, 11. That's got to be good.
You have a team assigned.
Plus one?
Plus one. Make that on there.
And that's permanent, right?
As long as you're on station. Land-based radar is not yet operational.
Okay.
But we need to see if you have surface fire support. And what this is surface fire support is other nearby ships on station, kind of like NPC ships.
Okay. So that's the available AFS.
SFS.
Oh, I can't read it. Okay.
So 2d6. No. So that's bad because that's going to stay with you the whole time that you're on station.
Oh, I see SFS now. It's right
and the
here.
bad thing
that's
is,
right here.
When the Japanese attack, they get a -2 on their die roll on their chart, making it worse for you because you're just a lonely destroyer out there by yourself with no
I didn't
support.
have that last time, thank you.
Now we check for fighter cover.
Yay!
So we're on table 7-1 for the March 24th to April 6th day. Roll 2d6. You rolled a 5. You have carrier based. So let's see, you rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Like most solo games, there's a lot of charts to flip between and navigate. And it's a lot easier for me to run the charts and play as a GM so that she can enjoy the experience and flow of the game.
As I die.
Okay, so now you have to draw a chit.
Yep.
Because you have carrier-based support. This is off of 7-2.
An O.
All right, so you're on the 0 column on 7-2. Roll 2d6. Add 1.
6.
And that's going to give you a total of 6.
6 what? Planes?
And if you look at the overlay, a 6 is going to be 2 markers on air support. So you will get 2 Hellcats.
Yay! And their carrier support, you said, or land?
They're carrier. So you can just put them up there in SFS. At this point in the war, there is no land base, not until you get into April.
Oh, we're a month early.
And likewise, there's no land-based radar yet. You do have ship-based radar. Both of your radar systems are working. You are at +1. Place the morale marker on the 0 track.
It's on the 0 track.
Okay. The first land radar doesn't come on until near in the middle of April. So you're going to be the whole campaign without land-based radar. Just you and your ship all by itself.
At least I got a good crew.
Okay, so now we are going to go to table 8-1, which is the Jap attack table, and we're going to figure out what column we're going to roll on. So we're going to start out on the 0 column. There's an FDT present, so it moves it to +1. There is a carrier-based fighter cover present. So that's going to move it over to the +2. Shipboard radar is working. That's another +1. So that would be 3. There's no surface fire support marker. So that's -2. So you're back to the 1. Bridge is good. CIC is good. Secondary compartment is good. So you're going to be on the 1 chart. And you're going to be rolling 2d6.
4.
And there's no modifier for your picket station, and it's not raining. So a 4 on the +1 column, if you look at the overlay, is table D. So now we're going to go over to table D. Tell us how many planes are attacking and where they're
6.
from. Okay, a 6 on table D is 6 planes. I'm sorry, it's 3 planes.
Oh, don't scare me.
And they'll be coming at 90 low, 90 medium, and 135 high. And when we check table 8.3, 3 planes means that they're all going to come in the first wave. So now we're going to draw out of the massive cup of Japanese planes and see what they are in order. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, you got a special attacker.
Shoot. What kind?
Okay.
Bomber or machine gun?
It's a Kate with a torpedo. Now, I believe on special attacker, I have to replace that draw. Let me double check here. Yes, so the special attacker will go into the special attack box, and I draw a replacement for it.
Does that mean he comes in on another wave?
If you remember the special attacker, you can't, goes down after you allocate your gunfire.
So I can't shoot him.
Right.
Well, that just seems like cheating to me.
You're going to have a Peggy,
Peggy.
a Dinah, and a Grace.
And the special
And
attackers.
the special is a Kate. The nice thing is that
It
after
might
the
miss.
special attacker is used up, it doesn't go back into the pool of planes to draw.
But there's more in there, right?
Oh, there's plenty of planes in this
See?
game.
See?
This game has a lot of counters, and most of them are Japanese airplanes.
It's hard for me to
Okay,
get excited then.
90 low.
That's over.
That's right here. So there's the Peggy at 90 low. The Dinah comes in at 90 medium. And the Grace 135 high. Almost as good. 90 low, 90 medium.
And 135.
Okay, so what happens now
I allocate fire.
is she allocates fire. The special attacker
I can't shoot at him.
cannot be allocated by her regular guns. So
I need to know how that works because it's the first time I've done that.
planes that are designated for special attacks represent aircraft that have slipped through the destroyer's defenses without being targeted, and as a result have surprised gun crews with gun directors occupied with other targets. Each special attack aircraft that comes through will roll to see which area of the ship, forward, midships, or aft, and she can spray fire, which is just last minute, last ditch.
Airplanes?
The only other way that she can attempt to engage the Kate would be with her Hellcats,
Yes.
or if she had surface fire support, which she does not have, which is probably why she drew the Kate anyway. So she will now allocate her gun mounts to their
These
targets.
got multiple hit.
And you've got your firing charts
Yep.
over there. So one of the things I saw that a couple people were doing wrong in their playthroughs were the damage rolls. Should the kamikazes get through and hit the ship, then you get damage rolls. A single engine aircraft like the Grace does 2 damage rolls on the ship. A twin engine aircraft, such as the Peggy or the Dinah, both get 3 damage rolls when they hit the ship because they're a larger airplane, there's more fuel, more debris. So Lark has a little bit of a problem here in that the Japanese kamikazes are all coming in from the same side and are potentially going to overload her defenses. Her 5-inch guns have the advantage of a director, and they can shoot, with that director they get a +1, but all the guns that can shoot at that have to shoot at the same target to get the +1. If a gun can't bear and shoots at a different target, it won't get a +1. The other item that's important to consider is her 20mm guns cannot engage a high target. So while she has most of her 20mm guns in the aft section of the ship, they're not going to help her against the Grace, because the Grace is coming in from high altitude and they can only engage targets at medium or low altitude. Her 40s, which are her best guns for engaging kamikazes, to be honest, they can engage targets at any altitude, and they get a +1 if they're engaging a target at low or at medium altitude. The 20s never get a +1.
Or did I move A?
I think you took A off instead of B.
Well, I took it off the B slot, I think. I don't know. I'm saving my planes for the special.
F, 20mm F, you've got that engaged.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see anything else.
Okay. It's important now to roll
I'm gonna put my
in order of preference.
I'm gonna put my bonus.
Your director there?
Yeah.
Okay, so gun mounts 1 and 2 will be shooting in local control. So I glued the counters
I was wondering why there's
back to back
so we can flip
because
it
it's either A or B. Another person that streamed a video did that, thought that was a really cool idea, especially since they've
gunners are
invented
+2.
glue.
My gunners are +2, so let's do the 5-inch guns first.
Okay, so you want to start
Which one's
with
going to do the most damage?
Well,
Which
shooting
one?
them down is shooting them down. So now, with your gunfire allocated, I would suggest starting with your 5-inch guns on the Grace.
Oh, okay.
It matters which mount you roll for first.
Well, not this turn, it don't.
Remember, you keep track of kills by mount, so...
It doesn't matter this turn, though, because it's their first turn. So nobody's got any kills yet, unless I don't know something.
Well,
I'm fixing to tell you which one I'm shooting with.
yeah, you're going to tell me, but
Yes.
think about your strategy of whichever one gets the kills. It's kind of important to don't just throw 3 dice or 3 sets of dice. Roll them one at a
Oh,
time
that's what I planned to do.
because you have to resolve them in time, and you keep tally
Yep,
on the
that's
guns.
what I was going to do. All right, we're starting with 3.
Okay, so mount 3.
Oh, 9.
Now we're on table 9-2, which is U.S. defensive fire. This is a 9 at a high target.
I got a +2 on my gunner. So was I supposed to add that to the dice roll?
And you're going to add +1 because of the director. And you're going to add the gunnery officer, which is
+2.
+2 more, so that's +3.
That's a 12.
And that gives you a result of a 12,
Splash.
which is a destroyed.
He's not going to hit me.
Roll was 9,
Yes.
+3 equals 12,
Uh-huh.
and the Grace is destroyed.
Does it go away right here?
It goes away right now.
Yay! And that
it goes
kill,
back in the cup.
kill went on gun 3.
Yep. So on your clipboard, I've got the sheet for your gunnery. Just flip your other sheets up there. You'll see it. It's somewhere on the clipboard. One more after that.
Well, these are new sheets. Okay. Gunnery.
5-inch gun, mount number 3. Mark that you've got your first kill.
Yay!
So.
See?
And the nice thing is, Legion Wargames and Stephen Dixon's website both have PDFs of all the charts in the game and the 2nd edition rule book and 2nd edition charts. So it's very easy to go and just print directly to your printer from the website when you get ready to play a game, so that you don't have to worry about going to find a Xerox machine.
Do these guys get, since
Okay,
these guys
so-
didn't shoot, will they get to act on the spray round?
So that was mount 3.
Yeah.
Mounts 4 and 5 did not get to shoot. So go ahead and put their guns back on the thing. The spray fire is a general. It's just an all-out counter. Go ahead and put 3s back on the track.
So you don't have to count up the guns that are available to shoot?
No.
Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Alright.
So now
We're going after the Peggy.
we're going after the Peggy. What's the first one?
I'm working on sorting them out.
And my recommendation is
I'm going to shoot the 40s first.
shoot E-mount 40 first.
Yeah, that one always seems
Because
to
that is probably the most critical mount on your ship.
Well, does the E mount a better chance of hitting than the C mount?
Well, the problem is the C mount is on the side of the ship and can only shoot here. E is the only 40 that can cover the 180-degree arc behind your ship.
What does that matter right now, though?
It's just if you roll a kill, you'll be one kill
Okay, I
closer
see
to
what you're
ace
saying.
with that.
In other words, if I get an ace with that, that'd be the one that.
Yeah. So in
Okay, I
general,
understand.
I try to shoot the ones that have kills first, or that I want to
Chance
have
to
the kills.
maximize the. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So we've got.
All right. So
No,
you've got.
we have no direct, so that's not going to be added in.
This
So
is
it's
the
gonna be
Peggy, right?
Yep. So it's going to be a straight up gunner shot.
This is Peggy at medium.
No. Peggy's at low.
I'm sorry, the Peggy is at low. Let me make my notes correctly.
Boy, the Japanese sure want to cheat me.
Yeah, we're going to do more than cheat you. We're going to blow you up. Okay, so mount E, 40 millimeter.
Yep.
Shoots first. Low table.
Yep.
And
He
go
gets a
ahead.
plus for going on the low table, right? Just we do the die roll first.
Do your die roll.
6.
Okay, so
My base
you're a
is
6 plus. You get a +1 for being at low altitude.
for the 40 millimeter.
Yes. And a +1 or +2 more for
My
your gunnery officer is a +3.
So it's a 9 total.
So that's a 9. And a 9 on the low is flamed.
Oh man! But I get credit for that.
So Mount E gets credit for shooting down the Peggy. However, just like in those views that you've seen on all the war newsreels, the Peggy is going to come screaming, burning into the ship and still gets a chance to hit the ship. Although it's much reduced, the plane is shot down, your other guns do not get to shoot. That is a deliberate mechanic in the game to keep you from just continually rolling, because the action's kind of all happening simultaneously and
Well, that's
everybody's
what
pouring
I
lead.
would have thought all the guns would have been shooting though.
So,
I was rolling for one gun, so why wouldn't the other guns get a chance to hit it?
well, it's assumed they're spraying in, but that first mount that you rolled the killing shot killed it.
Oh. So continually showing it up won't blow it up or anything.
Right. Okay,
Alright.
so now you go to the Dyna that's at medium.
I think I need to shoot gun 1, right? That's the one that's got the front corner. I can't see the mounts. Let's see. Yeah, 1 covers the front.
Yeah,
right?
I would shoot my 5-inch. Mounts 1 and 2
Yeah, but
both
one
have
I
good
want,
coverage.
I want 1 first because it covers the front and the 2 corners, right?
Well, they both cover the same arc.
Oh, I didn't know they covered the front. Okay.
This is mount number 1.
1.
You're on the 5-inch table again. The
But
target is at medium.
I don't have the controller with this.
You
right?
don't have a controller, so you're not going to get the +1.
Right.
But you are going to get +2 for your gunnery officer, so go ahead and throw and think high.
How's that?
A
11.
9 +2 for the gunnery officer. On the medium table, 9 +2 is an 11. It's a destroyed A.
Yay! Please. Destroyed A. Does that mean it's going to crash?
That means it's picked up. So mount number 1 gets a kill. And the Dyna goes back into...
We don't have to put it back in here, do we?
All go back in except for the special attack. Set your markers. Now I'm going to verify as to exact order to see if we do
The special first or if he hits me first.
right. Now we move to the special attack resolution.
Just knew it. I got airplanes.
So first off, we roll. On a 1 and 2, it's coming in the forward section, 3, 4 middle, and 5 or 6 aft. 1, it's coming in on the forward section.
And there's my airplanes that are going to try to stop.
So she has 2 options. One is the aircraft. Another option is spray fire.
I can't do both?
You can do both.
What?
Spray fire is just going to burn off some ammunition, but if you got a special attacker, you better do it.
I mean, is there any modifiers for both of them attacking?
No.
So let's do it.
The first thing you're going to do is roll for your Hellcats.
One at a time?
You can roll them both together. On a 6, this is 1d6. On a 6, it kills the plane.
Can't we ask them together?
Nope.
Bummer.
All right, so these guys did not do anything. Now for your spray fire. You're going to roll 2d6, and on a 1 through 7, the plane is destroyed. 8 through 12, it continues. There are no modifiers to this roll.
7.
7, the plane is destroyed.
Hey!
All right, you were lucky. No idea who gets credit for that. The rules don't say. But the special attack marker
The people that are still alive
does not go back into the
what?
Does not go back into the cup. So this cake will never bother you again.
Oh, I thought you were putting it for it to come in on a second wave. Put it off the board.
Oh, I do. It's off the board.
Oh, that's my spray marker?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I saw you put that down there and I didn't see what it was.
The reason that I left the spray marker out is so that we can remember to do the ammo marker. And during the first time it's used during special attacks, immediately decrease the ammo supply by 1 box. So reach up and move your ammo supply, which is the second track up there, from 10 to a 9. Now I can pick up the spray fire. Okay. The next thing is you have to decide if you're going to try to do emergency maneuvers.
That takes 1 unit of fuel.
They can only be done once in the phase, and the result applies to all waves in the phase. So if we had 3 waves of aircraft attacking, you'd only burn it first.
Let's burn it.
Okay, so what you're doing is first you're going to reduce your fuel by 1 because you're burning fuel. Then you're going to roll on the table. Table 19, which is emergency maneuver. There's a column across the top.
I assumed it was worth the fuel to do it, right?
Oh, it's always worth it because it can apply to everything. You can always get more fuel. Okay, on the emergency maneuver table.
Say that like there's a fuel tanker sitting next to me somewhere.
Yeah, there's plenty in the fleet. Add the values of the captain and engineering officer.
Captain 0, engineering's a +2. There's no negatives.
You got a good crew. This must be an experienced destroyer. So across the top, if you look on the table 19, you'll be on the rightmost column, +2. Now you're going to roll 2d6.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at there. You fail on a 2 or 3, and you rolled a 2. So your emergency maneuvers...
I don't get to add anybody?
No. If the emergency maneuver is successful, there's a -1. But to roll to see if they hit you, but you failed. So
don't rub it in.
+2 column, and you roll a 2. Now we get to determine whether or not the shot down burning Japanese bomber, the Peggy, we're going to roll on table 10, which is the Japanese hit table. And because the plane was shot down, we're going to be on the rightmost column there that says shot down flame. It means that it either got the shot down flame results or accumulated 3 hits of damage.
Well, that would have gone away, wouldn't it? 3 hits damage.
3 hits convert into a flame. You will be rolling 2d6.
Why should I roll to have the
And
chance?
if a hit is obtained, remember that we will do damage. And the damage also appears on the side where the ship was hit. So you're going to roll unless you want me to roll.
Well, hey, you're the Japanese, you said.
Okay.
Besides, I'll do better if you roll.
All right. Emergency maneuvers were not successful.
No.
So there is my roll. It's a big old 8. And it is a near miss. Now we go to table 11-1, which is called the near miss table. And we're going to roll 2d6 here, but we're going to read them differently. The blue die will be across and the white die will be down.
It was a 10-sider.
That's on the regular hit.
Oh.
So I said the blue die's across, correct?
I guess that's what you said.
Okay, so looking at table 11-1, going across to the 3 column and then down to the 2 column, we get a near miss or random result roll on table 15. So that could be good, that could be bad.
Does a near miss start a fire?
No.
What's like that?
So now we go to table 15. Damage random result. There are no modifiers. This is just back to a straight roll. This is kind of one of the random things. A 6. A 6 is superficial. So in essence, nothing happens.
So I don't have to mark anything on here?
So you have nothing to mark on your sheet.
Huh, that's better than I thought it could go.
And that really went about as good as it could go. So, in essence, the burning plane crashed into the water just short of the ship, and fire and debris sprayed up over the side of the ship, but didn't kill anybody, didn't damage anything important.
Got their attention.
Did get their attention, and they're probably cheering that they shot the plane.
Hey, we're cheering we survived that flight. Because there's no second wave, right?
And there's no second wave.
So we're going to the next hour?
Now, we are at the end of the morning phase.
Mm-hmm.
You would normally assign your damage control teams, but you really don't have any damage, so no need to do that.
There's nothing I can do to get ammo or fuel back right now, correct?
Correct.
So no, there's nothing to do.
And you didn't suffer any damage, so there's no hull integrity check. If you want to move any of your officers around, you can. The captain always has to stay on the bridge.
Does it matter where they are? Or
Not really, but you know, if a plane hits somewhere where they are,
let's
or a
move
bomb.
the XO's in the bridge too, isn't he?
Yep.
Let's move him. Where can we move him to? I don't see where a good spot for him. How about? I'm halfway tempted to leave him on the bridge. Let's take him to the radio room.
Okay.
That's not part of the bridge, correct?
Correct.
And my gunnery?
Well, CIC's kind of buried a little bit in the ship, so
I just didn't want to lose both senior officers.
your damage control officer will definitely wind up going somewhere if there is something. So I would leave him there because if you moved him somewhere else, it just increases the odds of him being in front of the bullet when it gets there.
Well, that's why I was debating moving the XO, but my luck, I'd have them both in the bridge and both of them ended up dead.
Okay, so now we start the midday phase. That means that we go back to the top of the turn. The station does not change. The surface fire support does not change. The weather is the first thing that we roll for. Roll 2d6.
8.
And 8.
Cleared, right?
So weather, which is on table 6-1, and if you look at that, a roll of 6 gives us clear weather.
8.
I'm sorry, 8.
Still think it's clear, isn't it?
Yes. And the marker's already said it clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now...
Did we gain any morale by surviving that wave or anything like that?
No, we check morale at the end of the day.
Oh, okay.
Now we go to table 7-1, which is fighter cover. You're going to roll 2d6 to see if you get some more Hellcats.
Ooh, what do I add to that? Anything?
Nothing.
10.
You rolled 10, so you get carrier-based air.
You said we don't have land-based air yet in the war?
Correct.
Or land-based radar.
Okay, so now you go to 7-2, draw your chip.
How many?
1.
Plus 2. Hey, it fell out on its own.
Okay, so you're going to be on the +2 column. And you're going to roll 2d6, and you get a +1 because you've got a fighter director team.
4 or 5.
Roll 4.
+1's a 5.
+1 is a 5. A 5 on the +2. Oh, look at there. That's going to be 3 fighters.
Yay! Hellcats.
That's almost as many as you can get. Maybe these green Hellcat buddies are going to bring some experienced Hellcat buddies with them.
They shot the special down. I'm not.
There's 2. I got to find the 3rd here. He's camping out somewhere.
No, why are you calling them green?
Well, they didn't shoot the Kate down, did they?
No, they shot the Kate down. No, you're right.
No,
The spray fire did.
Yeah, spray fire did.
Boys, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to just stack them there for now.
So, now that we're past that, we get to see on table 8-1, Japanese attack table. And here's a hint. She was on the +1 table last time. She's going to be on the same table this time because she's got air support and she's got a fighter director team, but she has no surface, so all the modifiers are going to be the same. So
we did?
Yeah, because you were all the way up to a +3.
Oh, okay. So the radar came into effect then.
Yes.
Radar was in effect then. Okay.
Yep. So you're on the +1. So looking at the die rolls, it's not raining, so it's just going to be a straight die roll.
1 die or 2?
2 dice, 2d6. Okay.
I'm not rolling for the Japanese,
so
am I?
+1 column. And roll is a 6. That equals a C table. So C table. Roll is a 6.
Stuck on that number.
You're right in the middle there. Okay, I see 4 planes.
Uh-oh. Is it 2 ways or 1 way?
And they're going to be 270 high, 270 medium, 45 low, 315 medium.
That is bizarre.
And checking table 8-3, the fighter waves table, 4 planes is everything's going to be on the first wave. So you're just going to have 1 wave again.
This is gonna hurt.
It's just 4 planes.
Yeah, but I can't shoot him or aft guns at him except for the big ones, I don't think.
Okay, so you're gonna have a Shirigiku, a Babs, which is a fixed landing gear army plane from before the war when all the Japanese in the war
will
were
it
just
fall if I
thick
shoot
glasses.
it and catch it?
Oh, and look at here. What luck.
What's...
Japanese attack ends. When this one is drawn, at any point, it means that all the attacks go away. So
hey!
the attack does not occur.
And because they were all 4 on this attack phase,
so
does
I
that
will
stay
make a
out or does it
note
go back in?
here. It is like the special. It stays out.
Darn.
So
That saved my butt.
Shirigaku goes away. The Babs goes away because of the Japanese attack ends.
Will my Air Force stay here till the next round?
No, they fly off because it's the end of phase.
Man.
So they were there and they scared the Japs away over the horizon.
You know how hard it was to get 3 of them?
Hey, they worked without shooting anything down. What can you say?
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
there's no maintenance for me.
There's no maintenance for you.
'Cause
This was a pretty easy turn
so we're
there.
up to night.
So now you're up to night. Night is a little bit different in that the Japs don't always attack at night.
Turn the lights off. They can't see us if it's dark.
Okay. So during the night phase, Japanese attacks decrease. When determining Japanese attack during the night phase, we'll roll 1d6 die, and on a 1 to 4, no attacks will occur. On a 5 or 6, the Japs will attack as normal, but with the number of planes reduced by 50%, rounding down. So that means that we still got to go through the weather and all the phases, but she does have a good chance at not being attacked.
Well, don't you roll to see if they're coming first?
So first thing you're going to do is roll for weather.
2 dice, right?
That's 2 dice, and you're on table 6-1.
I can't see the numbers.
You rolled a 5. A 5 is clear. So the weather is clear,
The stars.
which is good. Now you're going to roll on 7-1 for fighter coverage.
2. And we're at a +2, was it?
And it's going to be 2d6. It's on the night table though.
8.
Rolled an 8, so you have carrier-based coverage.
How
Again,
many?
you're going to draw a chit.
How many?
One.
Just one.
Just one.
Uh-oh. -2.
So
It's in there, see? There's the -2.
on table 7-2, the chit is a -2, proof that they really are in that cup. So we're going to be on the -2 table. Now roll 2d6.
5.
And you're going to add 1 because you've got a fighter
6.
team. Is going to be 6. 0.
Well, it's kind of dark, though. We don't want them flying around and wreck the planes anyways.
So no fighters.
Still think the other 2 should have stuck around.
Dinner was cooking.
Fuel.
Okay.
Fuel made more sense than dinner. Excuse the cat invasion. She wants to play too.
The cat will occasionally sneak onto the board, as cats are wont to do. She just likes to be part of the family. Okay.
Here she comes again. You see her dart across. You couldn't catch her. Look at her.
So let's start the first time. Roll 1d6.
She looks mad at you. You would let her play. 3.
Okay. On a 3, because it's night, no attacks occur.
Yay! Uh-oh.
So.
Shh, we don't want to start the cat.
So no attacks occur, which is good, because that will bring us to an end of the first day. And for those that are trying to find where that is in the rule book,
2nd edition.
it's on page 9, right-hand column, bullet paragraph M under 6.5. So starts out during a night phase. Okay, now we have actually finished the combat resolution phase and made it through the first day's attacks with no damage.
Shh, don't jinx me.
So, very good. Now we're into end of turn maintenance.
Uh-oh, this could be bad.
First thing we're going to do is end of turn maintenance morale check. We're going to add the captain and the chief petty officer's values together.
+1. Wasn't any negatives involved, so we're good.
And we're going to go to table 23, morale check. And you said it's a +1?
Mm-hmm.
So
Petty Officer Henry.
on table 23, you're going to be on the +1 column.
Yay.
Across the top. And you're going to roll 1d6. And you rolled a 4.
Is that good?
And a 4 on the +1 column is +1. So move your morale +1.
It has something to do with that burning ship, just narrowly missing our ship, I'm sure.
Now you're going to check for ammunition supply. If
Uh-oh.
any guns were fired during any wave action, you have to roll for fuel, and you also have to roll on ammo. And that's going to be table 24.
Okay.
And you're going to roll 1d6, which is ammo.
Tell me the gunnery's going to affect it.
There are no modifiers.
Shoot. Uh-oh, that could be bad.
A 6. Yeah, that's as bad as it can go.
Well, yeah, it's a 6 on a 6-sider. It can't be good.
So you used 2 ammo.
2 more? Because
Yes.
we marked off 1.
Yes, so reduce your ammo by 2.
This could be bad.
Okay, so now table 24, same thing on your fuel.
Roll to 4.
A 4 is 1 fuel.
Can I get any of this back at the end of the day or something?
If you run out, you have to leave station and go get replenished and come back. So.
Okay, so we're up to.
And they may send you to a different station, then you just never know.
So we hear the rooster crow. We done, right? The maintenance.
And we don't have any hull damage, so we don't need to check anything else. And we are done with the first day of battles for the USS Bryant. So we'll come back in the next video in the series and we'll do your second day of fighting. I hope everybody likes the video and the playthrough. Comment if you have questions, feel free to ask. Lark or myself will happily answer the questions. I will say in the realm of storytelling solitaire games, which say B-17, Queen of the Skies, Target for Today, B-29, Hell Over Korea, where a lot of the action builds a story, that this is that type of game, but this game has more decision making with it that can affect survival, so you feel like you're doing something besides just suffering through whatever you roll on the table. And as rules, it's really not that bad. You get into it, get used to the charts, you can very quickly get into the flow of the game and be going right along until you hit that sheer moment of horror where your ship gets sunk. But you know, it's this is a very fun game. I picked it up because there were a lot of recommendations that it was a good game out there on the interweb. So we'll be signing off now from this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click
Like
subscribe
button.
and the like button.
And hit the bell to get notification of the next videos on this channel.
All right. Thank you, Lark.
Thank you.